Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. So, how was everybody's weekend? Mine was amazing. It really was. It was super busy. Let's not get any feedback here. Let's see. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So, my weekend was great. It was super busy. Most of you all know I have two granddaughters. So I have four children. Oldest is 26, 23, 14, and 12. And I have two granddaughters. One is almost 3 years old. She'll be 3 in July. And then I have a 3.5-month-old. 3.5, yes, she's not quite 4 months yet. So I had them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it was a great, busy weekend. It reminded me of the days when I had all four children at home, and I had the preteens and the toddlers and the infants all at the same time. Brought back a whole bunch of memories, which I love that. I love it. But I will say that, again, all respect goes out to all of you mothers, no matter the age of your children. And those younger ages are difficult in different ways, right? Because we have a lack of sleep. You have to keep your eye on them 24/7. I'm going to get my phone here so I can see if there's any comments that come up. And if you're watching the replay, leave some comments too. But, you're always on them, right? So that's a whole different thing. And then as they get older, right, there's different things that come in. Especially preteen and teenage years, right? When the kids are infants and babies, we think that or toddlers, we think that this is the hardest time. And then as they get older, we realize that, oh my gosh, we should have really treasured all of that time because number one, they really don't need us as much. And number two, that's probably when they do need us more, right? Because we need to show them that, like we always talk about, right? How to connect to their inner guidance and to know right from wrong, how to follow their intuitive self instead of their ego self. And that is huge. That's a huge teaching in its own for everyone, no matter what your age. But I just wanted to mention this and stress that if we can teach this to our children at a younger age, right, whether it be toddler and all the way up, then by the time they get to their teen and preteen years, we have something to compare it to and something to reflect back on and to explain in a more mature way of how to connect to their intuitive self and not their ego self. So I guess in saying that, drop in the comments if you want us to talk about and do a live just specifically on children and how to connect and how to teach them, depending on their ages, how to connect to their intuitive self and to know the difference between ego and intuition. Because I know for my children, the older ones, I can compare to that right now. When they were teenagers, we would talk a lot about this. Okay, so what do you really feel about this? Let's take away what anybody else thinks. Let's take away what you think anybody will say about you or how they will judge you. And let's get down to what do you really feel inside? And they will make so much better decisions. Now, will it be absolutely perfect all the time? No. But like I say, we get on that lower energy vibration sometimes, and that's when we learn those lessons. The best lessons are learned when we go through them, right? Not when somebody's saying, hey, if you do that. But it will help them rethink and think things through a little more and be more authentic to themselves and therefore not get into a relationship maybe that's toxic or, all kinds of things. So anyway. So welcome to Manifesting Mindset Monday. And the reason why I talked about all that too is because this week, what I'd like for you to think about as you go through the week is everybody is somebody's child. So when you're going through the week and somebody kind of annoys you a little bit, or you see that person on the side of the road that you see walking all of the time and you're like, what are they doing? Maybe they're homeless. Maybe they just feel lost in the world. So just think about that. And it makes you think about them and feel about them in a different way. Even if they're being, say, rude to somebody. I've been doing this since I was a young child. I've always felt for others. And as I've gotten older, when you have children and everything, I always think that this is somebody's child. This is somebody's niece, somebody's nephew. This is somebody's somebody's godchild. So whether or not you are a parent or you have godchildren, nieces, nephews, you know what it's like to unconditionally love somebody. And when you have children in your life that are connected to you in any of those ways, then you know what I mean. And people that we see out and about, whether you work with them or whether you just see them on the side of the road or you run into them in the store, just have that mindset this week. Because by shifting that and really thinking in a way that this is somebody's child, this is somebody's niece, nephew, godchild, when you think about it that way, it shifts your energies. It shifts you into a higher energy frequency because you start to think about it just a little bit differently. And all we have to do is just tweak things just a little bit in order to raise our energy vibration. So what does that do for us? Well, what do you think it does? When we raise our energy vibrations, we are opening that valve, we are opening that flow, and therefore we are allowing all the things that we desire to start flowing in. But when we look at those people, say that we're a little bit annoyed with, or they're being rude, and we think right away, oh, what are they doing? Blah, blah, we're automatically on the defense or we're annoyed. That is lowering our vibration every time. So take a minute when you see somebody and just imagine that, somebody loves them unconditionally. That is somebody's child, somebody's niece, nephew, or godchild. And that's when we get those connections, right? You all know what I'm talking about. Drop it in the comments if you know what I am talking about, that unconditional love. And it just makes you think about people in a whole different way. So please join me every Monday for Manifesting Mindset Mondays. And I am working on podcasts as well. So these will also be available on podcast very soon. And like I said, please drop in the comments if you want to hear more about how you can allow your children and teach them these things at a younger age so that at least they've got it back there, right? Because we always talk about releasing limiting beliefs and blocks. And what we would like to do is to have these types of things in their subconscious mind, right? Instead of all of the negative things that they hear all the time. At least then they'll know how to deal with it at a younger age. And then they will have those tools to work with to always raise their energy vibrations. So let me know what your thoughts are. And I appreciate you all being here. And please let your friends know if you think they benefit from Manifesting Mindset Monday. I will also drop the link if you would like to get to the newsletter, which I am going to be having all of this available to be directly sent to your inbox if you would like. Talk to you soon. Bye.